right here back in 2009 when Julian Simon made the same error back in the 125cc battle. We're just going to stay quiet now as we try and listen into the post-race thoughts of our top three men here in Barcelona.
Non male. The laps you were making 40 low, no? 2 over 3. 40.1. But the grip I expect much worse now. But the last 5 laps. But was with Aleix battling on the race. But Aleix got before the finish line. Last lap I thought he broke.
Yeah, me too.
Starting the last lap I was catching back.
And then
I was
he
like,
did
I'm coming.
all the brake pump celebrating. Mir, I passed him in first corner and then I said, wow.
And then he started pushing again.
Yeah, but I think Mir passed him.
No, he went. I finished 5th, I think. Yeah, me is 4th, no? Wow. This is the start also you didn't see it.
Ah, see. Nakagami.
Nakagami,
yeah,
3 or 4.
Yeah.
We spoke in the
I think he crashed. He touched Banaya and he took away.
Prince is.
Yes, Prince. Yes.
Because in the first lap, in the braking, I was like, oh. That was hot. Huh? I was overtaking you, then someone, I don't know, I think was Paul or Nakagami overtook me, and I was close to you, and then boom, boom, boom.
I think has been Nakagami because Paul overtook, but I think was not in front of you.
Yeah, but I think you, first corner. But you, the first lap had already 1 second. Eh? No, I had 3 tenths. No. So my team was like... Yeah, maybe in that sector, but Aleix was very...
I mean, my best lap was 40.
And I was really like trying to... At the end, I had a little bit more. Because I pushed so much. But even last laps, I was doing 41.6. I was with Alex alone, and then he was coming with the hard. I knew about the hard, and I was no.
Yeah, but the hard
you think was good idea, the hard?
But at the end, he did not help me.
But last year, last year I did the same, and I expect much better at the end. But last year you used medium, right? Last year.
Second.
Yeah, but you used medium rear, no? No, hard.
Yes.
I remember. Wow.
But I got much more job than last year.
Mañana me opero, tío. De un nervio, no te lo diría. Las últimas vueltas, la última gira estaba sinceramente. Wow. Peccato che non rimango oggi, sai? ¿Pero dónde vas ahora? Me tengo que ir a Italia, tío. Si no voy a una que
So the podium celebration is about to start here in Barcelona. There's a very good reason why myself and Lewis stay quiet for that little post-race conversation now, because we just heard some unique, fascinating insight from the top 3 men, fresh from Parc Ferme before they get on the podium. They were all Joan Zarco and Jorge Martin both saying what we suspected. They thought Aleix Espargaro had got a mechanical problem late on. Unbelievable late drama here then in Barcelona as Fabio Quartararo's crew chief Diego Gabellini comes to the podium. What a day of race action here in Motogp in Barcelona, and your podium celebrations underway.
And what a weekend for Yamaha. Of course, they've confirmed Fabio Quartararo for the next 2 seasons. They've confirmed their title sponsorship is extended as well for the coming years, and they've taken what could end up, still a long way to go in this 2022 season, could end up being a decisive and defining victory. Just how crucial will this Sunday afternoon be in the final reckoning in Valencia in November? What a day for Pramac Ducati with the brand new title sponsor. Both riders on the podium, Joan Zarco in 3rd position, and Jorge Martin will go into that surgery tomorrow on his hand in high spirits, equaling his best results of the season. Back on the podium for the 2nd time this year and the 1st since Argentina, but demonstrating exactly why he is the reigning world champion. Your race winner, Fabio Quartararo. Christmas has come early in Catalunya for Fabio Quartararo. Race victory, 2 of his 3 closest championship contenders out of the Grand Prix for various reasons. Bastianini, his own accident. Bagnaia, unfortunately, the victim of a collision from behind, taken out by Takaki Nakagami. And Aleix Espargaro, of course, with that mistake on the final lap, sitting up, thinking that the race had finished and losing 9 World Championship points and 3 positions. Mitch Covington, the SVP of Sports Marketing for Monster Energy, the sponsors of this Grand Prix, gives Diego Gabellini the winning trophy for the constructors. Yamaha's 2nd victory of the season. Fabio Quartararo really doing the Lord's work for Yamaha, isn't he? The next Yamaha in the end across the line was Darren Binder, who finished in 12th position. Some good points for Darren Binder this afternoon. Johan Zarco in 3rd position. In the end, the grateful benefactor of what happened to Aleix Espargaro on that last lap. Back-to-back podiums in Barcelona for Zarco, the 2nd consecutive year he stood up there. Pere Rodriguez, the mayor of Montmeló, and a very happy Jorge Martin. What relief it must be for him. Changed back to a more familiar setting on the front forks of his Ducati, and it brought that old feeling back. And Jorge Martin certainly back in business, and he will hope back to full fitness next time around at the Sachsenring as he goes in for surgery tomorrow. Roger Toron, the Minister for Business and Labour and the President of the circuit, gives Fabio Quartararo a 2nd winner's trophy here in Barcelona, the 2nd time in 3 years. How rarely have we seen him that animated when he's taken a Grand Prix victory. Potentially a crucial day in the World Championship as Quartararo demolishes the field in Barcelona.
Soak that up, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the roar of an appreciative crowd. Are we in Le Mans or are we in Barcelona? Incredible reception for the 2 Frenchmen on the podium. I just briefly stepped out of our commentary box position here. The roar when Fabio Quartararo climbed onto the top step of the podium, it was like Barcelona had scored a last-minute winning goal in the Champions League final. It was incredible. What an atmosphere. What a spectacle the Motogp World Championship is this year. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable and dramatic race day across all 3 classes, and it finishes in the most dramatic fashion. What a first and last lap in that Barcelona battle, with Taka Nakagami taking out Pecco Bagnaia and Alex Rins at the first corner, and then Aleix Espargaro thinking he'd taken 2nd place behind this man, Fabio Quartararo, miscounting the laps, celebrating too early, and it all plays into the hands of this man. He's going to enjoy that post-race Prosecco because he certainly earned it, he certainly deserved it. Another fabulous performance by Fabio Quartararo, the 23-year-old from Nice. The French fans down there on the grid, they are loving this. Johan Zarco, he's celebrating like he's taken a first victory here in the Premier Class. Absolutely incredible scene. Just the 3rd time in Premier Class history that 2 French riders have stood alongside each other on the podium. Memorable scenes here in Barcelona. Great to see the fans have poured out onto the grid. They've enjoyed their day out in the sunshine. I'm sure they've enjoyed their day out watching Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP action here, because it's been a brilliant day in Barcelona.
Brilliant day if you're French as well. Next up.
Yeah, coming up next then, we move to the halfway point of the World Championship. The Liqui Moly Grand Prix of Germany at the tight and twisty Sachsenring. And of course, there'll be a new winner in MotoGP there, with Marc Marquez sadly sidelined through injury. We're looking forward to going to Chemnitz and experiencing the passion of the German fans. That's up next as we try and process what's just happened here over those 24 laps in MotoGP, particularly what 5 seconds after the start went off, and then the last 20 minutes or so were just incredible.
High drama in Barcelona as Fabio Quartararo takes his 2nd win of the year ahead of Jorge Martin and Johan Zarco. A 2-3 for Pramac Ducati on a day where their factory riders had a nightmare. Joan Mir looking into 4th position, but a brilliant ride for him ahead of Aleix Espargaro, inconsolable after that last lap mishap. Marini 5th, in 6th, should I say, ahead of Maverick Vinales. That soft tyre gamble didn't quite pay off for him. Brad Binder and Miguel Oliveira 8th and 9th for KTM, and Alex Marquez a fine 10th from the back of the grid. Remy Gardner, Darren Binder scoring points on their first MotoGP visit to Barcelona. Franco Morbidelli 33 seconds behind his race-winning teammate in 13th. Jack Miller in 14th, and Raul Fernandez takes his first MotoGP World Championship point. Fabio Quartararo has 147 of them, and he leads the championship now by 22 from Aleix Espargaro, who would have been 13 behind had he taken the checkered flag in 2nd. Bastianini failing to score. He is still in 3rd. Zarco leapfrogs Bagnaia now into 4th. Brad Binder is 6th. He moves ahead of Alex Rins, who was taken out at the start. Joan Mir also up into 8th position. Big move today from Jorge Martin, who moves on to 51 points now in 12th position, a gain of 3 places. Maverick Vinales and Luca Marini also finished inside the top 7 today, and they move up in the championship. And Darren Binder into double figures now. He moves ahead of Fabio Di Giannantonio. He's now 2nd in the chase for the Rookie of the Year prize. Marco Bezzecchi still leads that, but of course he crashed out today. And as mentioned, Raul Fernandez is on the board with 1 World Championship point. And Air Bastianini's leading the Independent Riders Championship now down to 3 points after back-to-back DNFs. Jorge Martin back up into 3rd position now on 51 ahead of Luca Marini and Takaki Nakagami, who will have some explaining to do after that first corner collision, which saw him take out both Alex Rins and Pecco Bagnaia. Alex Marquez next up in 7th ahead of Darren Binder, who moves up ahead of Fabio Di Giannantonio and his teammate Andrea Dovizioso. A pretty racing lead, the team's championship, but not the day that they were hoping for. Their lead is now cut just as 2 points over Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP, who must have Fabio Quartararo largely to thank for that. Ducati Lenovo team in 3rd. They're only 4 points ahead of their satellite partners, Prima Pramac Racing in 4th. Team Suzuki X-Star in 5th ahead of Red Bull KTM, Factory Racing. Gresini stay ahead of Repsol Honda, although Repsol Honda had an afternoon to forget. Pol Espargaro failing to score. He was last and 17th at the end. The Independent Teams Championship is led by Prima Pramac Racing. They extend their lead after a big points haul for them today. 2nd and 3rd for Martin and Zarco. They stretch 40 points clear now of Gresini Racing MotoGP.